Hi, welcome to our YouTube channel. My name is Fumi and this is my husband.
Obed.
And we are so excited that you are here and we're excited to talk to you about Banff because that is where we did our honeymoon. Um, we didn't have plans to go to Banff, but we dis- we consider this honeymoon part one because we know we're gonna go somewhere hot and very exotic
Yeah.
once all of this COVID mess is cleared up. So,
Yeah. There's some amazing places in Canada. We are like, this
we
place
can't
is
underestimate
unbelievable.
Canada.
You have to
right?
experience it. You have to be
Exactly.
there. All the photos that we took, they don't do justice. Even the videos.
Yeah, you just have to be there.
You have to be there.
And honestly, this
crazy.
is the best time to go because of COVID. A lot of people aren't really there. So if you're Canadian and can drive down, then we would highly recommend you doing that because you will feel like the place is all to yourself majority of the time, and there aren't a lot of lines and there aren't a lot of just, too many crowds. And I feel like all the hotels were pretty clean as well too, just because it's
Yeah.
COVID. You have to be,
Yeah, for sure.
the standard is a lot higher.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
a lot of driving, but we
Yeah,
like
a lot of
driving.
driving.
So
He likes driving.
Yeah.
I was
But,
doing TikToks and he was about to just
if you're stuck in traffic with this girl,
yeah, TikTok forever.
oh my goodness. Every single minute is a TikTok. No more TikToks.
TikTok.
I have to
It's
take the phone
okay.
away because
You
it's too much
forgive me.
TikTok. No,
You
it's
forgive
too
me.
much.
Anyways, so we want to talk to you about our top 5 tips and best experiences for going to Banff. And I think that Obed will name his 5 and I will name my 5 and the reasons behind that. So short and sweet.
Number 1 will probably be the Jasper. I think it is Whistle Mountain, where you go up the tram and then you have to keep climbing up. I think you're about 2,500 meters above sea level, which is pretty high.
Yeah.
My wife was terrified, and I didn't think she was gonna make it, but she was
Wow.
awesome.
I made it.
I left her halfway so I can keep going to the
You
summit.
didn't leave me halfway.
I came back.
I wasn't halfway. Anyways.
Okay.
It was very
Whatever.
scary.
She was really
so
scared.
if you don't like
but
heights,
yeah,
I don't like heights, but I like views. So
Yes.
I was still very happy to be there, but it was a little bit scary. So you need to
Yeah.
be holding on to some muscle when you're on that tram.
It was good.
You go. If I go down, you go down. Okay, so my number 1 was Emerald Lake, I think. And the reason why, like, we went to so many beautiful places, but the reason why Emerald Lake was my favorite was because it was just beautiful. It just felt like you were literally in a painting, and there wasn't that many people, so it really felt like you got to take your time. And there was a cute store where we bought sandwiches and we took that on our canoes. And then there was another little cute knickknack store where you could buy a little souvenir. I just felt like it was really nice. We took a dip in the water too, and that was like freezing cold, but
glacier
it was just
water. It is cold.
yeah. But we met like such great
Yes.
people, and we also just, that was a moment where we literally looked at each other and were like, yeah, this is really nice, even though we were really cold, but
Yeah.
it was a good experience. Now number 2.
Number 2 was probably, I think it's called Cacao Falls. It
Yeah.
is magnificent. The
Yeah.
drive even there, you're going through like windy roads. I wish I had a sports car to drive on that
Ooh,
road.
that would be nice. Next time.
Yeah, next time.
Yeah.
But the drive there is amazing, and when you get to the waterfalls, it's just so majestic.
We have the same number 2.
Yeah.
How about number 3?
Number 3 will be, I think, Lake Agnes Trail.
Yeah.
And then you keep going, you can go up to the Big Beehive, so you can see on top of, basically on top of the mountain, and you can see Lake Louise and the Fairmont Hotel down. And there we met some amazing people as well,
Yeah.
and great conversations. But yeah, that hike was tough, was a little long, but it's worth it. You get to
Yeah.
see Mirror Lake, and then you keep going, you see Lake Agnes, then you keep going on top, and is just beautiful. So
So we made it to Lake Louise, and it's absolutely gorgeous.
it's beautiful.
It's beautiful, and because of COVID, it's not as packed as it typically is.
Yeah,
So this is our view.
can't switch it, but look at that.
Why are they rushing? Let us enjoy.
That's beautiful.
Guys, look here.
The only thing that I can really say is God is good.
Yes, amen. So that's my number 3.
Yes.
Yeah, my number
And honestly, that is my number 3 as well.
Okay.
Maybe we're just the same.
Yeah, I think so.
I love that trail, and like my feet hurt, my body hurt after for sure, but it was just nice to like keep going. Because
Yeah.
like at first we thought, okay, let's go to Lake Agnes, and is
Yeah.
that where like the tea house is?
I think that was, yeah, that's where the tea
So
house is. Yeah, there's
That's
a tea
where the
house.
tea
yeah.
house was, but
Yeah.
then we just noticed this rocky area with those little cute chipmunks that are eating out of your hand, and then we're like, oh, let's venture off a little bit more, and
Yeah.
we were so happy that we did, and we took breaks when we wanted to, but it was just so nice, and like you felt it, and even
Yeah.
when we were coming down, we were just like, oh my gosh, we went all this way.
Yeah.
And I think it's because we really took our time, and like we enjoyed the views, because everywhere you look is a view. I think for my number 4 would just be like being in Banff and being in the streets of that kind of area. We
Yeah.
went to what's the other one? That Canmore.
Yeah,
We went to
Canmore,
Canmore just
yeah.
for like a day, well,
Yeah.
a little bit of a day. We walked around Jasper, that little town, and like every little town has its own vibe.
Yeah.
And I just liked pretending that I was like a local, you know, and like just it's like small town vibe, but it just like everyone was so nice,
Yeah.
and even the servers, they were on time. Like we didn't have any bad experiences.
Yeah.
The food was good. Like it wasn't bomb, but like the food was still decent. I just really liked the vibe of all the small towns.
Yeah.
So I think that's my number 4. And what's your number 5?
So number 5, it is Johnson Canyon, and yeah. So this year, because of COVID, some of the roads and access to the canyon was a lot tricky to get to. So we drove up to one spot where we can take like an exit to the canyon, and that was closed. And the park authorities told us we can either walk 17 kilometers one way or take our bikes.
17,
17. And we're fortunate enough that we brought our bicycles. So we're so lucky. We saw other people biking as well, but we're like, that's a little long, because that would be a long way back after hiking, having to bike all the way back to your car. That'd be long. But they were good enough to tell us that if we drove about 20 minutes down the highway, there's another spot.
Tip. Good tip.
I think it was called Castle Mountain Junction,
Yes.
and we can bike from there to the canyon, and it's only 7 kilometers. So that was like, okay, that's much doable for us, and we won't be super tired.
Yeah.
I was a little chilly, but not too bad.
It was perfect, I think.
Yeah, and we got there. They told us, oh, there was some bears bear sightings. We were like excited to see a bear. Had a bear spray. I had my knife in case, I need to protect this girl, be manly. But
Too manly.
no bear. We saw maybe, I don't know, some rats or something. But it was nothing scary.
We saw like mainly rodents. I think that's one thing that was like,
Lots of rodents.
we really wish that we would have seen more
Yeah.
like animals when we were there. We did see a bear, and we saw an elk.
Yeah.
And we saw a few deer,
So,
and then
mountain goat.
chipmunks. We saw a mountain goat, which was really exciting. But we do wish that we got to see like more different animals.
Yeah.
So my
How about
number
you?
5 was the thing that my husband is forgetting, but it's like a glass bridge situation.
Oh my goodness, I got
And
oh my goodness.
that
The
showed him a different
skywalk.
side of me.
I think it was called a skywalk in
That-
Columbia Field.
It's
Yeah.
glass.
It's glass, yeah, you can see. Come on, I'll hold your hand. Babe, come on. We drove all the way here.
Small steps. You've probably seen worse people.
guys. These kids are even running.
This one step, okay? Yeah.
That was scary. It was beautiful. It was majestic. All of those wonderful, wonderful words, but it was also very scary. So if you are afraid of heights, I repeat, this would feel like you're like gonna tumble and die. But it was beautiful.
I've never seen my wife that scared before. I mean, she couldn't even take a step onto the skywalk. And
Your girl
I
was
like,
shaking.
you can close your eyes, I'll hold your hand. Nope.
No.
And you know, we finally after about half an hour of convincing her, we were like, you came all this way, you just got to do it. Just go around once.
And what did I do?
You did it.
That's right.
I know she did it.
And that's it.
But-
End of story.
But her walk during that time, there was a gentleman in front of us, and she had to hold that railing the whole way, and she would not let that thing go until the man moved out of the way.
I
think
gave
actually
that man the dirtiest look. Like,
she moved for like 2 seconds, and she felt like she was gonna get blown over. Into
yeah,
the,
I moved.
you
I
know,
moved
but-
because I was just like, don't you see me? Don't you see me rushing
But,
here?
But that was probably pretty hilarious. I was laughing a lot inside, but
It was fun.
it was a good experience.
Yeah.
But that's
So that was my
that's
number
good,
5, I think.
Yeah. Okay.
But
Yeah.
it was still great.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's where we saw the mountain goat.
Yes,
So.
those things are incredible. I don't know how they scale off those mountains, but yeah, amazing
Incredible.
creatures.
Yeah. So I think that we would really recommend you go to Banff and Jasper. Like, Obed's been there before to Banff, but he'd never been to Jasper, and going that extra few hours was worth it.
Yeah,
You know, I don't know if I could just do Banff only, you know, because it just felt like going to Jasper itself was like such a great drive,
Yeah.
and you just are really in the mountains, and like you just feel like you're on top of the world. It's yeah, it was a great feeling, and we do encourage anybody, even if it's not your honeymoon, maybe a girls trip, maybe a birthday, maybe just to get out of the city, get out of work mode. I
Yeah.
would definitely recommend that Banff and Jasper would be great places for you to go.
yeah,
And definitely stay safe because COVID is here. And I mean, there are many diseases here, but that aren't blown up like everything else. But just stay safe and wear your mask, bring it with you. Keep social distancing as much as you can. And you can definitely do that there. So I think that would, like, 10 out of 10 be a really good place to go,
Yeah.
especially if you're a more active couple.
Yeah.
Like, it's always nice to sit around on a beach, but sometimes it's really nice to like climb a mountain and be like, yes,
Yeah.
I did that.
sure.
So, and we had so many moments like that. So
Yes.
yeah, we really encourage you guys, if you have time, if you have a car, if you can drive,
Yeah, for
even if you
sure.
can fly, I guess.
Yeah, I
Like,
guess
go to
you
Banff.
yeah, you can fly, get a rental car or drive your own car.
Yeah.
But yeah, totally amazing experience. One thing was I wanted to go to Peyto Lake, but that was closed for, I guess,
The next 2 years.
for the next 2 years, I guess, for construction or just making it nicer. But yeah, so we didn't get to go to it. But there's so many places. There's Yoho
Yeah.
National Park.
I feel like we just
um,
touched the tip.
Like Hot
Like, we
Springs.
could have
There's
gone
so many
more
things
places,
that we
yeah.
could have done.
Yeah.
And due to COVID, some things are, shut down.
Yeah.
But we'll definitely love to visit there again.
Yeah.
And visit different places. But
Yeah.
yeah, we had
Honeymoon
an
Part
amazing
1.
time. Honeymoon Part 1.
Thanks for watching.
Bye bye.
Bye.